In Central Europe, I play for thousands. Big stages, big crowds, unforgettable nights. It's a dream career, one I'm grateful for every time I step under the lights. But music is a strange thing. No matter how big the venue, there is always another side to it. A place where it's not about ticket sales or production value, just a voice, a guitar, and the moment. Then I came to Goa. At first, I wasn't looking for anything. I was just here to breathe it in. The easy rhythm of this little bubble. Bloodshot sunsets melting into the Arabian Sea. Fresh coconuts and perfect espressos. Masala dosa stalls next to organic cafes. Days that drift into nights carried by the scent of incense and salt. Tantra workshops, ecstatic dance, deep conversations with strangers who feel like old friends. There was something in the air here, something unspoken, something you could only feel. I didn't know it yet, but this place was about to pull me in. Music was another vital pulse of this place. Playing at countless open mics, I encountered a good number of talented musicians. The sheer variety of sounds was intoxicating. Everything from rock and electronic music to experimental fusions of traditional Indian, Iranian, and Sufi-influenced folk mixed with Western elements.
I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up a shovel and I walked to the mine road.
Arambol felt like a never-ending festival, where music and creativity flowed freely, where every night offered a new stage, a new collaboration, a new moment of sonic magic. I met Paolo, an Italian ex-war journalist who had found a new calling in curating some of the biggest open mics in the area, especially at the legendary venue Twice in Nature. He had seen the music scene evolve and shift over the years, but one thing remained, the raw creative energy that made Goa so special.
There's some sweetness. I came to Arambol 8 years ago. I needed to save my life, so I came here to survive. And then something magic happened. I basically discovered that my life was not finished, but a new life started. And from many points of view, it was the most amazing and surprising part of my life. I had a pretty adventurous life, you know. I've been a reporter, I travel all over the world. But what I found here, it's something different. And Arambol, it's a unique place. And it's hard to describe how. I never found in my life a place where so many different communities integrate and coexist. Bikers, the psychedelic community, the musician community, the yoga community, the tantra community, the drunken people community, and all these communities somehow they coexist in this very same place. And this, I think, it's very rare to find, and it might be kind of a key to understand why Arambol is so special. Outside this bubble, we maybe mean nothing. I know. I want to tell you this. One of the main reasons why I'm staying here is that when I was a kid, I was living in Italy, and I remember when I was a kid, every family had a dog, but the dog were actually living in the streets. So we have one dog, but everybody has each other's dog, and so we were playing with the dogs. Now in the West, it's completely different. You know, like they are just pet in a box or closed and always at the leash. Here in Ireland, it's different. So this dog is actually very cool, and he's a bit of a soldier, and I like his personality. And but Arambol is filled of dogs. They are a little bit like they was in my childhood. And this is one of the reasons why I like this place. Also, Arambol is a challenging place. It's changing so much, and everybody will tell you this. And maybe, maybe it will be destroyed, as I knew. But this year, for instance, I saw so many hippies, young hippies, in their 20s, that they come here and they don't know how Arambol was 8 years ago, or 20 years ago, 40 years ago, and they actually don't care. So I'm an old grumpy man that can maybe miss how Arambol was before, but to them, they are just coming here, they are connecting to this place, they are happy, and this is the way they will remember, forever. Before, many years ago, Arambol was mostly a place made from hippies from the West, by the hippies from the West. Now, especially after COVID, so many Indian people came here, and this is one of the most beautiful things that happened here. The Indians and the Western people, they are actually melting into each other. And it's so beautiful. And the Russian community is coming. At the beginning, was a bit challenging because they were coming from the war and maybe they were protecting themselves a little bit. But now they are creating their own community. They're bringing their own values. Amazing music, by the way. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future. Maybe I will go somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure that every year I will try to check in again just to keep connected to this place. And what about you?
What about me? Goa has a way of holding stories, layers upon layers. Some written in the salt air, some in the rust of forgotten shacks, some in the silent pauses between drumbeats. For those who came decades ago, this place was a secret, a sun-drenched refuge where time unraveled, where the days stretched long and the nights hummed with possibility. But time moves, people arrive, people leave. The music shifts, the rhythm evolves. And maybe that's the point. The Goa of the past isn't coming back, but maybe it was never meant to. Nostalgia is a trickster, telling you that the best days are always behind you. But what if the magic was never about a specific moment in time? What if it was about the state of mind you arrive with? I've been across the world, through the chaos of megacities, the silence of deserts, the neon glow of restless nights. And yet, here, standing at the edge of Arambol's open mic, guitar in hand, under a warm buzz of fairy lights, feels something rare. A space where people still listen, where music isn't background noise, where presence is currency. No one cares where you've been. No one asks what you do. The only thing that matters is what you bring to this moment. So I step forward into the light, into the music, into Goa, exactly as it is right now.
Tell me about the open mic night.
So a few years ago, I was playing by the beach, and a guy asked me to host an open mic in a small place. And I said, why not? And then the thing grew unexpectedly. In Arambol, there's such a huge concentration of musicians, and also people come here to open up and to share. Now we do the open mic here in a place called Twice in Nature. When we started, actually I didn't start it, I took it over after a while, but when it started, there was like 20 people, right? Now there are more than 500. And I never heard about something like this in the world. So the Arambol open mic is most likely the biggest open mic in the world. I saw girls just starting to sing for the very first time with a ukulele. And they came on this stage and they felt so much love and understanding and acceptance from the people. And so they felt so fulfilled that they started to write songs, and now they are traveling the world with their own music. And that because they started here at the open mic. And this happens more and more. I have the opportunity to share so much love, and I receive love. And
Beautiful.
This is the legendary Twice in Nature, a venue where I have participated in countless open mic sessions, and I'm going to play tonight as well, and tomorrow. You walk in.
I caught a train, I met a dame. She was a hipster and a real gone dame. She was pretty from New York City, and we tropped on down the old fair lane with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. Get along, creepy little woman, get along. Well, be on your way, get along. Creepy little woman, get along. We'll be on your way with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. Train kept rolling all night long. Train kept rolling all night long. Train kept rolling all night long. Train kept rolling all night long with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. We didn't stop in Albuquerque. She must have thought I the real gone jerk. We got on the train in El Paso. Her lover was so good, Jack, I couldn't let her go. Get along, creepy little woman, get along. Get along, creepy little woman, get along. Well, be on your way, get along. Creepy little woman, get along. We'll be on your way with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. Train kept rolling all night long. Train kept rolling all night long. Train kept rolling all night long. Train kept rolling all night long with a heave and a hoe. Well, I just couldn't let her go. Oh yes.
Ibiza, Byron Bay, Copangan, now Mexico, maybe Portugal, and Arambol, or let's say Goa. All these places somehow experience a similar dynamic. The hippies, they create it, and then it becomes usually a cool place, and then the tourists come, business starts, and the price rises. And so the hippies, they create it, they are facing a choice. Either they go somewhere else because it becomes too expensive to live as a hippie, or they decide to do something and start to make money themselves. Arambol is probably one of the latest place to reach this state, so it will change. The big business are coming here. Indian investments, big places. Some hippies will evolve. Some hippies, they will find another place. At the end of the day, who cares? And I can speak for many people here. I'm living today, and I'm trying to make the best out of this place now. What will happen tomorrow, I really don't know. I'm 57 years old. Soon I will die and I will displace to the new generation. So I'm living my adventure. And for me, Arambol is something incredibly unique. And these hippies that are coming this year, they are starting now their own adventure, and it will last for a few years. Maybe I will not be there, but they will have their own adventure. Now I see them every day at the beach, juggling and connecting to each other and having a great time. This is their first moment and their moment of connection with this community. And maybe in 10 years, they will complain that Arambol is not the same like it was before, but this is how life goes.
Goa has always been a place between worlds, a crossroads of wanderers, misfits and dreamers. A song passed from one generation to the next, changing keys but never losing its melody. People talk about the real Goa, as if it was a fixed point in time, as if the magic of a place could be frozen, untouched by the tides. But magic isn't something you preserve, it's something you meet. And if you're open, if you're listening, you'll find it. Right here, right now. Maybe the sands have shifted, maybe the faces have changed, but the feeling, that rare unspoken knowing between strangers, that deep exhale of arrival, that's still here. Goa doesn't ask you to hold on. It asks you to let go. And so, like every traveler before us, we step forward into the unknown, into the next story, into the next song.
Hi, I'm Stanley. I'm from Goa. I'm a musician full-time. I'm a singer, sing rock. I love music and love connecting people. I'm originally from North India, near the mountains. After certain experience of life and, musician experience, I just wanted to move out of my city and just want to live someplace where I can get inspired every day, especially Arambol. For me, it's like very inspiring, meeting new people, different characters of life at different age, at different experience, different country, different language. And I'm getting the 100% of everything what I've desired, Really good to be in Goa. I'm really glad to now live in Goa.
How much do you play?
I have a band. I am a solo artist also. So I love collaborating. Yeah, I do like 3 days, 4 days, a week.
So you can make a living playing music?
Yes, you can of course make a living by music because there are a lot of aspects of music about collaborating, playing for somebody, playing for yourself, doing your gigs, recordings, organizing stuff and helping others on the stage. I have an experience of 10-12 years in India and I'm exploring more, meeting people like you and exploring more. Locals are very sweet. There are two sides of coin everywhere in this world. It's all about slow growth and steady love together, The mood is good. For me, that's the best spirituality because everybody's happy. Everybody's in their own mood. There are people around you to help you out mentally and, psychologically also. I always see smiling faces. I always see jubilant people and expressive people so much. I've seen so many expressive people in Goa. I'm from the north, near the mountains. I've been in the mountains, the Himalayas, then in the middle India, in the eastern parts. The best about Goa or Arambol is that culture of being jubilant and being happy and sharing that happiness, which is not much in the cities. We can call it a town, but people share their happiness. This is the best part that I've seen.
Nice. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
No, it's not the big stage. There are no roaring crowds, no encores echoing into the night, no tour buses waiting at the door. Just a guitar, a circle of strangers, and a song that only exists in this fleeting moment. The notes will vanish, carried away on a warm going breeze. The faces will blur, the voices will fade. And maybe in a few years, this place won't even be the same. But for a while, for a handful of nights under the stars, it was real. And in the end, that's all music ever really is. A moment, a feeling, here and then gone.
I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up a shovel and I walked to the mine. Loaded 16 tons, an every night cold. And the struggle said, well, bless my soul, you load 16 tons. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. This is my dad, huh?